Oh no. Oh my god! That was clever. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are continuing with Mortuary Assistant. So I'm starting this very early because I know how much of a bitch this game is. I have done a little bit of reading up to figure out how to get the 3 endings, because otherwise I would have been here forever, because it turns out it's selected scenes that make the endings possible. So but yeah, I don't know anything about what the events cause or anything like that. That is all going to be new. So yeah, we're just going to go into it. Hopefully video ain't going to be as long as last time. It's not going to necessarily be, you know, showing the whole story as usual. It's only going to be showing the parts that are new to you guys. You know, if you guys haven't seen my first video, please be sure to hit, check out the video up there. Because otherwise you're not going to understand much of the story, because I'm not going to show the whole story. We already done that, so yeah, let's continue. Okay, so the dev has been doing a bit of bug testing and updates, but it looks like there's a little bit of a bug here. So one of the things I did not know is that you're supposed to pick up these coins here. It does come into play later on, but you need that shit.
Love you, Dad.
So we've got them. Let's take the keys, and I'll see you soon. So one of the endings that you can get is basically we gotta go through the whole game again and basically successfully find another body that is possessed. It'll give us a different ending, another good ending. We're gonna, you know, just go with the process of finding that ending first, because essentially that seems to be the easiest one to go with, because as I said before, it's all based on how we, you know, which hallucinations we get. So if we come across any of the other secret endings whilst this playthrough, we'll divert and we'll do that one. But as of right now, it's just going to be the same ending as the last one, but it'll give us a cutscene. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is the second part to the true ending, I believe. We're supposed to pick up the keys, because for some reason they end up in here. So I'm not sure why, but yeah, that's the second part to that ending. And then if we get the hallucination that we got previously, where she was hanging and she had both her hands out, if we get to that point, we're supposed to put them in her hand. And then we're supposed to continue on and get the ending successfully. Bro, that was quick. Really quick. I haven't even done anything. Alright. That's our first one. I'm not going to look into it yet, because there's no point. Okay.
There we go.
Right, that's done. Bro, I do not remember this. I know what this is. Shit. Okay. 10-year coin. Bro. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna get the true ending, I think this one's called. Alright, so essentially now what we need to do is we need to be successful. Right, we need to be successful, because if we've just done that now, I mean, we screwed ourselves over. It's not gonna be good. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, okay, so we're on course for another ending. Let's just hope we can get this right. Okay, insert eye caps. Well, I'm not too sure about this one yet. Doesn't seem like there's much gone on with her. But, you never know. The possessions seem to come out a little bit later, so as of the moment, no issues.
Come here now.
Bro, what the fuck? What?
Mom.
Oh, so your mother was a crackhead. That's why. Backstory every time. This is brilliant. It's not brilliant, it's horrible, but.
You stupid bitch.
Hate me all you want. He's dead because of you. You should be the one here. Lifeless. Worthless.
Oh no. Oh my god! That was clever. This game, I don't know how to comprehend how this guy has come up with so much stuff to surprise me every single fucking playthrough. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, this dude. I'm having really bad feelings that this is the dude. I'm not being funny, but he's already got a scar on his hand that I can do nothing about, so that means it's new, right? And that! Oh, that is horrible. That is horrible. I feel sick. I actually feel sick, bro. It's the Maset. The Maset. The Maset. That's our demon. That's our demon. I'm pretty sure of it. We got these 3 sigils already. It's this one. What? Bro. That was the most terrifying thing I've ever felt in my fucking life. That voice? Where did that voice come from? This guy just won't let me work. I haven't even done anything to the body yet because I keep getting interrupted. Okay. Oh, bro, get the fuck away, man. Oh my god! The fuck? The fuck? Not dealing with shit. Not dealing with this shit. Not dealing with this shit. I feel as though this guy is the guy. But we're gonna do the other one just in case. Okay. We're good. We're good.
Rebecca.
What? This is how the basement's seen. This is how the basement's seen. I don't understand.
Rebecca.
Large old key.
That's not it.
In here, Rebecca.
But it is. Oh, no. Okay.
Little Raymond thinks he found a replacement.
What?
Sacrifice to save his fucking skin.
What? How do I get out of this? The hell is that? There's something on their heads. Oh. I don't understand this. What am I supposed to do? Seven. I'm confused. This is horrifying. It's some kind of code, but I don't know what the code is. Oh my god! Okay, thanks for that, dickwad. How am I supposed to know what the code is? That's what I want to figure out. Oh wait. Top, see the top? It's like little squares on the top of their head. I presume that tells us which one's supposed to come first. Last. Okay, that's the second one. Key. It's the second one. That's the third. That's the fourth. That's the fifth. And that's the sixth. Okay, that should be right? All of them have got their mouths open. And I done it in the right order, I think. I don't know. I hope I haven't fucked myself over here, because I opened the ones without anything on their head first. Okay. That's not horrifying at all. David Whitlow. Dead. I can read that. Dead and forgotten, I think, or something. What the fuck? Why is he killing us? He didn't even give us the night. What? Okay. That makes no sense. Like, I know that was to initiate the basement ending, but I don't understand what else I was supposed to do. What if it was something to do with the code? Remember the heads, they had numbers on. I didn't use the numbers, but maybe the code on the number on the heads was what. Great. I'm gonna have to go back in. I'm gonna have to stop the recording, go back into my recording, and see what they were, and come back. Okay, then we're back. I went through my recording to find the thing. You guys can go back and check yourselves. It's 197044. So if I'm even if I'm even moderately correct about this, which I hope I am, 197044. Yes! Booyah!
It's your grandma.
Fuck off, Grandma.
Just wanted to visit you. Don't you miss me? I brought you something.
No.
I thought maybe you could
No.
slit your wrist for me.
What?
Just a little cut.
You're my grandmother! You sick fuck!
Rebecca. Don't be afraid of your...
I've seen that scene before. You could see it in the first video. But that never happened. She kind of screams at us. But that never happened. Yes! Okay, what's this? Okay. Dear Mr. Sala, it was a pleasure working with you, but I'm sorry to say that I simply can't afford to travel back out to you. I have more questions about the Ethanian translation, but I was also hoping you could send over the documents you had shared on Quarter Let-In. Honestly, any documents you could create copies of and send would be extremely helpful. The package accompanying this letter contains some of the clay carvings I have made in an attempt to create the symbols you shared. I have also designed a holder for them. My hope is to combine the markings and holder to comprise a demonic identifier that will also call the entity to it and bind it there if correct. The silver capsule in the center of the holder contains the ash of burned copperas and is lined with demonic calling runes. Based on our conversation, I believe this can react with fresh blood from the possessed. I wanted to request that you give the content of this package a look and let me know if this seems like a viable method to bind an entity. With privacy also being extremely important to me, I wanted to request you please send everything back, including this letter. All my best, Raymond. Okay. Mr. Delver, it is a great shame I will not be seeing you, but I appreciate you sharing this with me, as this does seem to provide a reaction, and what you have made does make sense. It's a very clever way to identify a specific entity. However, I am curious as to the reason for the body identification aspect, as you would need the blood of the possessed inside the vessel, which I assume would already be the case, and tendency would be obvious, so I don't really see the value of identifying the vessel. However, the demonic identification and binding aspect of this is fantastic. Thank you for sharing your work. It's a great help to mine. As you have requested, I have returned everything with this shipment with great respect. Akil. Wait, what's that? That's one of the circles. Why is it in there? Oh, he's made more than one. Right, I'm gonna quickly search this area because
I'm missing something.
May 29th, 1984. I'm not sure why I've decided to write this. I don't keep journals, but it may be the only way I can deal with what's happening. To get my thoughts out, I thought this was over, but it's happened to David. I remember so vividly what it looks like. I don't have any plans here, I just wanted to write. June 3rd, 1984. I keep thinking about David. I feel horrible. What he became was terrifying. I remember everything, but I haven't seen it in a living person before. I knew in my gut what was happening, but I couldn't believe it. It's been almost 2 decades. When the body came in, David almost instantly began to become irritable. We both knew something strange was happening, but it's directly affected him. He felt sick and went home for the day, only to return that evening saying that he felt he had to come back and wanted to work. At that point, I couldn't ignore it. I tried to tell him he was in danger, that this was all real. He insisted on working, became irrational again, and asked to work alone. I again told him what to look for, but he dismissed me. I went and bought a camcorder and told him to at least record everything unusual. I wanted to be able to show him once he was in a moment of clarity, so that maybe he would allow me to help him, but it all happened so fast and was over. April 3rd, 1985. I don't know what else to do. I feel helpless. I'm so sorry, James. Shit, man. How many people is he? 10th of August 1985, Andrea now. It won't stop. I don't know what to do. Obviously not everyone is susceptible. I've learned that much. It makes me want to never hire anyone again, but I can't lose the mortuary either. Even if I did close, it would still happen to me eventually. November 16th, 1987. I'm back to writing here again. It's been so long I thought it was over, but I guess I've just been lucky. I'm scared. I was hoping this would never happen again, but I have a feeling this is only going to happen more. Poor Angela. This is a horrible existence. I almost fell victim before. It's only a matter of time now until it chooses me. I don't want to be alone, but I think there is no escaping what has happened. I will miss you always, Maria, but it was the right thing to leave you, to keep you safe. I know you would never understand. February 22nd, 1989. I tucked this journal away and forgot about it, trying to move on. I found it again today, and I guess I have been in a horrible place for a while now. I can't live with all this guilt. I feel so alone. I feel so angry at the life that's being taken from me. I stopped my life to take care of her, and she brought this in. What the fuck is that? I can't blame her. That's not fair. It's not her fault. I have to find a way to stop this myself. I've just been sitting here cuddled in fear, hoping this won't happen again. That it won't happen to me. I don't have much money, but I need to start researching this in a real way. I need to take control. Bro, what the fuck is that? Okay, the tape we were looking for. Cassette tape, a standard size cassette tape. Why is the... What's with all the atmosphere, bro?
Sounds terrible, but the woman locked in the basement must also be killed. For anyone that may encounter this, if you are experiencing possession, the blood of the possessed will react to the name of the demon present. Injecting the blood of the possessed into a deceased body with demonic tendency will act as a reagent for revealing possession and form the foundation for binding the demon to the body. That it can be marked with its name and burned. This should banish the demon. I'm sorry for what I've had to do. Know that it was only ever done to stop it all.
Who's the woman in the basement? Us? Is this like a contingency plan? Like, he said he's possessed. More journal. Okay, March 27th, 1989. I've been working relentless and I believe I have made some progress. I haven't pieced together much, but I have found enough that has led to me led to a contact in Egypt. I'm flying out there in a few days to meet and talk about what's been happening. April 29th, 1989. My trip to Egypt was extremely successful. I feel I'm broke now, but it was worth it. Mr. Salah is an amazing help. I've come back with mountains of documents and copies of religious texts I had no idea existed. It's changed a lot of what I believe. I'm going to start poring over these and see what I can piece together. There's something here. I can feel it. December 8th, 1989. I'm so tired and angry. I feel so helpless. I can't do this anymore. Valerie didn't do anything to deserve this. None of them did. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm keeping Valerie here. I can't keep her. I'm sure of it. I feel like I'm so close to something that can stop this, but I don't know what I'm missing. I've been working on a number of things meant to combat these entities. I have found ways to uncover these sigils, which is promising. I have distilled this down to a science, and I know I can find the missing piece. I will help you, Valerie. 27th, 1990. January 27th, 1990. I hate what I have to do. I have to feed her and care for her even though she is violent and gone. It is far too similar to how this all began and I hate it. God damn it, 30 years of this. I have a theory and I don't like it, but I can't let this happen to anyone else. This has to stop. I have some things I've been working on that I am going to send off to Mr. Salah and get his opinion. If it's a viable method, I'm going to take this head on. If I can't stop it, I'll keep it at bay. February 18th, 1990. I received some great news from Mr. Salah. I've been fortunate enough to not have another compromised body up to this point, but now I need one. My plan now is to work in the mortuary alone until this happens again. If I can establish myself as a potential conjurer and survive the possession using this tool, I think I may be able to take control as well as keep this from happening to others. I don't know what this means for Valerie. It's the only piece of this I don't know how to live with, but I might have to, otherwise it's all been for nothing. Okay, so all the notes here are about the history of how he become. I don't know when this is set because that was the last one and it was 1990. But this is showing everything, and someone called Valerie was the most recent. Oh. I knew that had to go somewhere. She's still here. Bro. I didn't know she was still here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Like there's...
Oh, look at this. Who
Fuck.
are you now? Yes, yes. Look at you, look at you, look at you.
Is Raymond here? Do you see what he's doing? Who could do this to someone?
Yeah.
I think you should let me out.
Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out.
You're a fucking eyes!
I'm going to cut you open.
And stop the burning embers of this fucking building! You will kill you but for death!
You'll be here soon.
What? How can she lock it? Okay then, it seems like we just gotta go back up and finish off the fucking, you know, game. But I'm kind of confused which ending I'll get here. Because essentially It's the exact one I needed. Yeah. Essentially, what's a little bit strange about this is the fact that I've done both the coin and the basement ending to this point. I don't know which one I'm going to get. Alright, well, we're just going to continue with this, do what we do, and then I will figure it out. I'll be back with you soon. So we know the type of demon we're dealing with. It's just identifying the right body. We haven't had personal hauntings from a body, but there is a lot of scarring on one body. I don't know. Like, that was aggressive. That last body was aggressive. The shit on it was big time. But it's very plausible that it's just trying to fool us. I've had that. I've, like, literally, like, the first ending I ever done, I think I got that. So I'm just a little bit, I hate that. Shit. We're running out of time. We're running out of fucking time. Bro, we're running out of time. Please don't kill me. Fucking cruel if it does. Cause I really tried you. Okay. It hasn't said anything. The last time I was successful, but when you're not successful, it proper sits there and tells you, like, you know? Like, it more... Okay, no, it's doing it. I don't think I'm sure this is the right one, but... I'm gonna be gutted if I miss this ending now. Like, I've been doing this like an hour now. Please give me one of the good endings.
Good morning. It's nice not to be the one down there for a change.
Raymond?
I suppose a first name basis is in order.
Did I make it? Is it over?
For now. It's never really over. You've come a long way. It's a lot to learn.
Oh, we didn't get it right.
I'm so glad I'm here.
Fuck!
I know it's disorienting. Rebecca.
Rebecca's not here, you fucking idiot.
I chose the wrong demon. I didn't choose the wrong demon. I chose the wrong body. Right, I wonder if the code is the same for all. 197044. Yeah, it is. So I can literally just skip straight to the basement ending before even starting the game. So I'll just do that so that when I am successful, hopefully, we'll hopefully get the basement ending at least. Oh! Okay, that's a good sign. This one's manifesting, that's a good sign. Although it was scary as fuck, good sign. Fuck it. This is the only one. This is the only one without any, like, slight of activity. Oh, I really hope I don't regret this. I'm trying my hardest here, man. So we got one again. What the fuck? You have to do 2 in a row to get the good ending, clearly. 2 shifts in a row. Oh, why didn't it let me do the basement ending? I unlocked the basement. This is ridiculous. I've been recording like 2 hours. Clearly you gotta initiate that scene. Clearly that's the only way to do it. You gotta initiate the actual scene with the basement. Otherwise it don't work. Here we go. See if we successful. wrong, you know, yeah. You might be right, mate. You might be right. Putting doubt in my head, bro. Putting doubt in my head. But I'm sticking with what I got with. Fuck it. Here we go.
You've come a long way. It's nice not to be the one down there for a change.
Mr. Delver?
I think you can just call me Raymond.
Mr. Delver.
At this point.
Do you always just pass out and wake up on the floor?
It takes a lot out of you. I've never simply walked out of here after. You get used to it.
I'll be sure to clean the floors better. Raymond, will this ever end?
I honestly don't know. I've been doing this a long time, Rebecca. I've traveled all over, learning everything I can. I've never found anything that could put a stop to it. So no, I don't think it does.
So, we're just like this forever?
It was hard for me too. But this is the life we get. We have to face our worst selves, constantly. But the better we know ourselves, the stronger we are. Why don't you head home? Get some rest. Who knows what's coming tonight?
Okay. We got an ending. We got a new ending. Like, it might not be the ending I want yet, but it's an ending. And we will continue. I am not finishing this video beforehand. And I apologize if this is going to be a long one. But we got two endings left. Two endings. Right, the basement ending and the thing. And the only thing that annoys me about this is the fact that it only happened that the hallucinations are selected. Right? It doesn't mean that I'm gonna get him. Right? Yeah, in that playthrough. Right? So, you know, we're just gonna have to see. Hopefully, because I've completed these endings, maybe the system will be like, okay, let's try and give you some new endings. But we'll see. Shift 7, guys. Fucking hell. And I've only got 3 endings. I've been 4 unsuccessful and 3 successful. It just says it all, don't it? Oh, well, no, 4 successful, 3 unsuccessful. Right, okay. I'll be with you be back with you guys soon. It's just,
you know.
yeah, I might be, mate, but you're not gonna tell me the truth, are you? We'll see.
Raymond.
Yes.
I'm here.
I can't believe you. What you've been doing is monstrous.
I've said already that I've had to accept everything about myself. Just like you do. This is a necessary evil.
It's sick. She's down there right now, just suffering for no reason.
Valerie is not down there. Not anymore. She's been gone for years.
You don't know that.
What? So she's not alive?
Stay there. You don't know.
Oh, she's
what she's
possessed.
feeling. You are torturing her.
She's helping me survive. She's helping us survive. Without her, there's no reagent. Without the reagent, we have nothing. You want to have a chance at life, it comes with a cost. this cost. You have to make a choice, just like I did.
What choice? Keep her alive
I get
to
it.
just bleed her over and over again to save ourselves? If she can't be saved, end the torture. I mean, she's down there suffering for your own gain.
My gain? My gain. You used her too. It didn't stop you from finishing the job. You used her blood anyway. When it came down to it, you chose survival, just like I did. I can't kill her, Rebecca. I know it's the right thing to do for her. No. She isn't the only one. I've seen many experience what you did.
I'm getting some clothes.
None have survived. I've watched them degrade and suffer until they're no longer themselves. I didn't know what else to do. I couldn't just let them suffer. I searched for years to find a way to reverse it. All I found was the way to prevent more. Isn't that better than nothing? I've killed them all, Rebecca. It was the only thing I could do. So yes, I am a monster.
But it's a monster for the greater good.
But this one horrible thing has prevented me from having to take any more life. And I would choose that again and again. I can't live with any more death than I already do. I've made peace with it. The choice is yours if you can too. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wow. That was a lot more deep ending, like, you know. I like that ending though. Like, but I understand from his point of view as well, like, you know, he's doing it for the greater good, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, she's gone already. Like, you know, if she can help the situation, why not? You know? So, yeah, no, I get that, and I like that ending, you know? Bit of a reality slapping you in the face, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I've seen nothing from the others. You're the only one that has given me any sign of anything. So we're about to find out. Right, is this the true ending or is it not? Jeez. This is new. This is new.
Hey, little love.
Dad?
I'm here.
I got goosebumps.
It's all right. You're safe.
Oh my god, Dad.
Hey. Oh, sweetie, it's all right.
I ruined everything.
No. My little girl, don't do this to yourself. You've suffered enough.
If I had been like Mom.
You're not like her, Rebecca. Your mother, she gave up on life long before she died. What happened to me was the result of choices you should have never been exposed to. You changed your life. And I'm so proud of you.
You changed too.
Not before I hurt you. Sweetie, you can't do this to yourself. Don't remember me like this.
I don't want to forget you.
If you relive that night over and over, you'll only remember pain.
Remember this.
The best of me is in you, sweetie. I'm with you forever.
I just miss you so much. Every day I don't know where to go without you.
Shh, I know it's hard. But you know where to go. You've already found it. Souls are suffering, Rebecca. but you can help them. You can bring comfort and closure to the living, and let the dead rest. Let the dead rest, Rebecca. I love you.
Dad, I love you.
Bro. Oh, such a beautiful ending. That was actually like just pure beautiful, like, you know, like I had goosebumps through the whole of that. Like, you know, I've been invested in this since the beginning. Firstly, perfect way to end the game, but honest to God, that was just really lovely. Like, you know, like being invested into this, it really puts you into that position where you just feel something, and that's why I love this game, because I felt something all the way through. And in 5 of 5, guys, 6 in total, including the bad ending where we get possessed. We're done. Fucking hell. 7 hours today and 6 hours before. 13 hours. Well, we're done, guys. That's it. That is the end of this. Like, guys, honestly, this was probably one of my favorite games, and it did get tedious by the end of it. I'm not gonna lie. I quite literally almost racked my brain trying to get this ending, but I'm so grateful I did, because that was a really good payoff. It really was. And I just, like, the only thing I would criticize, right, yeah, and it's very limited, it's only a small thing, but the one thing I would criticize is, I think that if you pick up the coins, it should initiate that ending. Like, I had to play it through twice before I got the ending, because it's so randomly generated. I just think if you pick up the coins, then it should be like an initialization that you are going to get that ending. I just think that. And then if obviously you pick up the key as well, then it maybe cancels out. But if you pick up just the coins, then, you know, you should just be able to initialize that one ending, in my opinion. Honestly, apart from that, this game is just so good. Almost 10 times I played this game, right? And every single time except maybe the last, right, yeah, it was always something new. It was always something, you know, that shocked me. There was always something that jumped me. Like, it was just so good, you know. But yeah, like, you know, like, hope to get this video up by Monday, because it's going to be a long one. And then also I'm going to be bringing out a no spoilers how to get the ending, so that will be coming out as well. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell button to be notified when videos go up next. Also, please be sure to hit that like button and give me a comment. Tell me what you thought about these endings, guys. Which one was your favourite? Apart from that, thank you very much and goodbye.